So, due to the high rise in feed costs, for our winners, whenever we win our pigs, we usually feed them the poultry feed. Sometimes we use the Ultima, which is one of the poultry brands here in Nigeria. Sometimes we also use the Chikun. Sometimes we use the Top Feeds. But as a result of things going up and inflation going up too, and feed costs even becoming higher, we had to resort to formulating our own feeds. So here we have all our ingredients for making our own feeds. So which is what we want to do today. Now, I've not used some of these ingredients before. So if you used to watch my videos, you know that I've never used this before. This is the cassava flour or cassava grits, anyone you want to call it. Now, as you all know, maize is extremely expensive. So we have to look for alternatives to maize, which is why I used to use the dough before, which I showed you guys in the previous video. But now we have to use the cassava flour because cassava flour is more energy dense than the dough, which is basically a wheat byproduct. Now, here we have our protein ingredients. Here we have the blood meal, we have the fish meal, we have the soybean. Mind you, we are trying to mix or rather compound feed for our winners, which are our young piglets. So you have to give them things that will make them to grow faster. Now we also have our source of fiber, the maize bran. This is the maize bran. It's not the maize, it's the maize bran. Now the aim of doing all these things is to make sure that we have all the classes of nutrients in our pig's feed. Because for these pigs to grow at a maximum rate, at the rate which we want and which is best for them, you have to make sure that they are eating well, they are eating nutritious feeds. Now, this is also the bone meal and the limestone, which are providers of calcium and phosphorus for the piglets. Now, we have all these things. We are trying to compound 1,000, that's 1 ton of feed. So we have this at 600 kg, 600 kilograms. We have this at 100 kg, that's the maize bran. We have the blood meal at 100 kg, the fish meal at 100 kg, the soybean at 100 kg, and we have the bone meal and the limestone at 20 kg each. So we also have other things. We have lysine, we have our methionine, we have our salt, we also have our what else do we add here? Lysine, methionine, salt, and enzymes. We also have enzymes here, and of course we have the toxin binder, because these feeds, you don't know where they have been stored before we brought them back to the farm. So we have to make sure that there is no toxicity in them. So now we'll start compounding all these things together, mix them together for our young piglets. This one is not for the older pigs, because the older pigs, if you miss this for them, it may be too expensive because they eat more, which means that they are going to consume this feed faster. And as they are consuming it faster, that means you have to keep compounding, which means you are going to be spending extra money. So that's why you have to make it as rich as possible for the young ones, because they don't eat much. So you have to make sure that whatever is entering their system is very rich. So we want to start compounding. I poured them separately to show you guys what we are doing. So let's now start compounding, and I'll also show you how the pigs are going to
While
be eating
trying
it.
to compound
So
the
that's
feed, we
basically
have
it for
to
now.
mix it evenly. So this is why we poured the bigger one, being the cassava grits, separately, and now we have to pour the others into it so as to make sure that everything is mixed evenly. So here is pouring the fish meal on top of the cassava flour, now the maize bran, and then he will also pour some fish meal and soya bean to make sure that everything is entering at an even rate, after which he will now turn the whole thing together, making sure that every ingredient has been mixed up evenly, because we don't want a situation where some pigs will eat some ingredients and not eat some other ingredients because the feed wasn't mixed evenly. So this is why you have to mix evenly. So our feed is now ready for the pigs. As you can see, it has been mixed very well. Every ingredient has been captured. So it's now time to serve to our pigs. And you see, they are really enjoying it. And of
No,
course,
small. I think we'll reach all of them now.
this feed will help them to grow, gain body weight, gain muscles, and of course, be as healthy as
Come for
possible.
this one. Come for this one. Look, look.
This one's the eat.
Get
That
it.
last one. That last one is the eat more than because of 10%.